Hi, Una here. Thank you for visiting my channel. I hope you'll stay while I show you how I made this card. I used a Selfie Frames die from Lawn Cuts, and it cuts out a lovely mobile phone or cell phone and a snapshot image, sort of like a Polaroid. There are lots of bits you can add, text messages, there's some fun words. You can also cut it out using ordinary card, but the one I used for today's video is Centura Pearl. For the text message on the phone, I coloured a background using my Spectrum Noir marker, an IG2, and then I used my laser printer to print out a happy birthday message, and I added some mobile phone icons. Because this is a solid die, I had to use a template to make sure I positioned it correctly, but that's no problem at all. Doing that is very simple and makes sure that the message is centered perfectly. So here's the little message, and isn't it really cute? So I use acetate for the front of the phone, a heat-resistant acetate. Not necessary to use heat-resistant, but I don't have any other sort, and I bought this in my local hobby store. So I just trim it to size and apply it to the inside of the cover of the phone. This card would be really good for lots of different people, the older child, the teenager, men, women, doesn't matter. A mobile phone would be a very suitable image for a card for absolutely anybody. You have to take special care that nothing clings to the acetate, so you see me using my anti-static bag there just to make sure that there are no specks adhering to the acetate. I'm using my high-tack, fast-tack glue in a Gina K bottle. I bought the Gina K glue when it became popular with the crafters on YouTube, and I loved the glue. But this bottle holds as much as the small little Gina K bottle, and it's every bit as good, I think. But I use the bottle because it's a super applicator. Really, really like that bottle. Now I'm adhering the message inside the phone, and I'm going to use a brush now to make absolutely sure that there's nothing sticking to the acetate. Believe me, I learned this the hard way. And using more double-sided tape, just inexpensive double-sided tape that I got in my local store, and I'm cutting out a piece of foam to attach to the back of the phone to give dimension on my card. This is, again, inexpensive foam that I buy in my hobby shop. I think it's mostly used for children's crafts. And I glue that to the back. I use double-sided tape again. There's just one more bit of gluing to do. I discovered that the sides of the phone are not actually adhered to the acetate. But that's easily put right. And when I was doing this, actually a tiny glob of glue squeezed out the top right-hand corner, but you can see me rubbing it away there. That's the beauty of this pearl finished card. It's really super shiny and easy to wipe away marks. That's a real plus. You couldn't do that with ordinary cardstock. This Sizzix alphabet set has these cute little pieces in it, and I thought they were just perfect for the control buttons on the phone. So I cut them out of silver mirror card and adhere them to the front, and I think this is such a cute thing. I embossed a square with a star embossing folder and cut it out with that super set of 8 dies that I got in The Works. The Works is in Ireland and the UK, and I paid €9 for that set, and it has 8 dies in it, and that is a really good price point. And I just love what it cuts out. It has a lovely stitched edge to it. Again, using the inexpensive double-sided tape to adhere that to a black background, just to create a nice border, add some interest around the edge. I use a ruler and pencil to mark where I want to cut. and then I'll take my guillotine and use it to chop the edges. This was a really inexpensive tool from my local Lidl store, and you'll see now the tiny little sliver that I was able to cut off. It cuts really crisp edges. So that's my panel finished, and I adhere it to the center of the card. This time I'm going to use my Crafter's Companion runner tape. I buy it in packs of 12 on Amazon, and it's really inexpensive when you buy it in bulk. Just eyeballing that and centering it on my card. And then I adhere the mobile phone. I paused there because I suddenly realized that I hadn't folded my card and that this might be a problem with the dimension that'll be added because of the foam on the back of the phone, but it wasn't a problem. So I put some blocks on it just until it dried, and then folded it, and using my Teflon bone folder, make a nice crease. And there was no problem with the bulk on the front of the card. For a sentiment inside, I'm using Handwritten Happiness from My Favorite Things, and I just love this set. I use it on almost every birthday card I make. It has lovely sayings. Oh, happy day is this one. I really like that one. It's good fun. And there's happy birthday to you, let's celebrate, party, make a wish, wish big. Just really nice sentiments, and I love the scriptiness of them. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black to give a really crisp black image. That's my go-to ink when I'm using Neenah Solar White and when I'm using alcohol markers. Now the card should be finished, but of course I looked at it and thought, it needs something else. I'd love if you let me know down below if you agree with me. I think perhaps it's nice either way, with or without what I decided to do, and that was to add these black stars. I use my jewel picker to help me apply them. Do let me know in the comment box below the video what you think. Should I have left well enough alone? I'm terrible when it comes to deciding when a card is finished. So just tapping off there to make absolutely sure I'm done, nothing loose. I'm really pleased with this card. I really do think it's very versatile. You could give it to absolutely anybody. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll give me a thumbs up. Do come back for the next video. Bye. All the best.